Okay, good afternoon, students. Today we start our lab sessions, starting from second semester. Okay, I will share the PPT or PowerPoint, and we'll discuss the concepts or basic ideas about second semester sessions. We'll share. Okay, we'll discuss about the basics tasks ICT for primary schools because you are primary students, so you must be learn some concepts about ICT or for the course of information and communication technology because it is very interesting courses or it is very basic idea for digital world. So we'll see the concepts. I think you remember the concepts of hardware, softwares, and basic computer ideas. So in computer second seasons or second semester starting in computer laboratories, because our second semester courses are concerned on labs or laboratory. In the previous or in the first semester, we discussed about what's computer laboratory. Computer laboratory is a space, or it is a room or a class that contains computers, or it is a group of computers or a collection of computers that are stored in the rooms that gives service for students or other communities, or commercial students, teachers, and other admin staffs. So that types of spaces or rooms or class are called computer laboratory. I think you remember computer hardware, the different types of computer hardware. This one's monitors, system unit, power supply unit, printers, RAMs, processors, motherboard, optical drivers, hard disk, and mouse, keyboard. These are computer hardware. You remember easily because you are learn or discuss deeply in the first semester. And these are computer hardware. I think you remember these things easily. So this again hardware or computer hardware and other peripheral devices. I think you remember easily peripherals devices that are connected to system using some devices. For example, when we see this keyboard have its own cables and connected to system units. So these are computer hardware against our computer hardware. So these are also hardware. For example, processors or CPU. We see brain of computer or central processing unit and memories and input and output device. I think you are familiar. Input devices, storage devices. This you see these ones CD or DVDs, or you see output devices are printers, speakers, and are again hardware. Other one in the previous sessions or first semester software types of softwares. You are familiar through application software and system software. So these are types of softwares. I think you remember easily. These are for only remembering the first sessions or first semester sessions. So the other one is softwares. There are different types of softwares. Two types of software mainly: system software and application software. This is also familiar in the first session, that's first semester. The other one, this is also softwares, and these names are written on pictures, so you can look it. This is very interesting and important for you. So computer room or computer laboratory. In the first sessions, we say that computer rooms or computer laboratory is a space or rooms or a class that contains or consists different collections of computers that are important for community, that's students or teachers. So the computer laboratory is specialist room. We say that specialist room. specialist room. We say specialist room because it contains expensive materials, electronic device. So the computer laboratory specialist room different from your usual classrooms, because our usual classrooms are already only contains chairs or whiteboard or blackboard. The other things not be found in our usual classroom. So these are differ from your usual classroom. Many expensive electronic devices, because we say specialist, it is a specialist room because different expensive electronic devices, just like computers, printers, scanners, and others are found there or in computer laboratory, which are under the supervisions of laboratory auxiliaries. For your own health and safety, there are guidelines or rules that are important to guide you how to use computer laboratory, which things to be permitted or which not be permitted. So you must be analyzed or know the guidelines. The computer rooms, computer laboratory. So the first one or the guidelines are seek your teacher permission before do anything that's entering the laboratory. You must be seek your teacher permissions before entering the laboratory. Without any permissions, you cannot enter the laboratory or computer laboratory. So this one, the first one, or rules or guidelines of the computer laboratory, you must be seek or gain permission from your teacher. Using the devices, you must be seek permissions. You must be gain permissions. Using the devices, just like computer, printer, scanner. So you must be seek permission to do these activities, inserting removable devices. I think you are removable device, either flashes or other device. So to do anything, you must be seek permission for your teachers. The second one is, or the second guidelines or rules, you must be always adopt proper sitting postures. Sitting just like straight sitting. So keep the computer laboratory clean. You must be clean your computer laboratory. This is always activity or day-to-day activities to be performed. So keep food and drink away from computer equipment. Eating, drinking, or other activities without learning, teaching purpose not be permitted. So keep food and drink away from your computer laboratory. So these are day-to-day activities. These are day-to-day activities. The other one is report your educators. Any when loss of or broken cables, any difficulties found when using your computer laboratory, you must be report your educator, teachers, or technicals. Malfunction or damaged equipment when the devices are damaged or malfunctions happen, you must be report to your educator. Unusual activities happen when normal use the unusual or abnormal activities happen, you must be report to your educators. So these three things are important for your guidelines to using computer laboratory or computer room. So you must be apply these things when using computer laboratories. The other one is so computer laboratories. So different computer laboratory rules as see this one. This is duplicate. No food and drink is permitted in computer lab rule. Computer laboratory. These rules. Do not run in the lab. You must be silent in lab. Not run. You get into computer laboratories properly in straight line without disturbance. Do not use the computer without permissions. Permission is very important to using computer laboratory. When you want to print, you must be asked before you print or before you order print. Do not move, change, or delete files on the computers. You must be keep files in the computer. Do not delete files without any permission. Enter and exit quietly. Don't run in classroom because when devices are broken, when devices are damaged, so you must be enter into computer laboratory quietly, not run. Do not touch cables. Don't touch, only use the lab. Do not touch cables. Respect your teachers and classmates when using computer laboratory. Keep the computer lab clean. You must be clean. The computer laboratory must be clean, and it must be neat. Neat. Do not use internet without permissions. Anything or any activity used in the computer laboratory, you must be gain permissions from your educator or teachers. The other computer ICT for primary school, okay. When we talk about setting postures, we must be set in a straight line. For example, the first one, this one is not permitted, so you must be use right posture, sit up straight. You must be set up straight because some bodies are held eye level with monitors straight in using computers in straight manners. Shoulders and arms relaxed. Don't just relax. Feel your back supported. You must be in the chest, back. Feel your back supported. Because if you're not back supported, you must be tired, pain, you're not using long period of times in computer lab. So these sitting postures or sitting styles are very important for computer laboratory. So you must be applying these activities in when you using computer laboratory or when you in computer laboratory. Okay, the other one is computer fundamentals and operations, managing the desktop. So when we say desktop, these things are found in our computer desktop. So what does mean desktop? Desktop is the background screen. When you press on buttons of the computers are displayed the screen after all processing finished or the startup is finished. Something displayed in the computer monitor is called desktop. So desktop is the background screen that appears as soon as the computer has finished startup process. A startup process is finished after pressing on buttons of the computer and the computer is startup. So after finishing the startup, the screen is displayed. That's called desktop. Desktop is a part of operating system software. I think you are familiar to software. Softwares are programs or instructions that manage the computer hardware, and there are two different types of computer softwares: application software and system software. So desktop is a part of the operating system software. Operating system is system software. So it appears as controlled by system setting. So different types of system settings are applied in the desktop, either to be desktop backgrounds, desktop resolutions, and other types of activities are performed in the desktop by using system settings. There are several useful items on the desktop, as you see. So these things are included in the desktop. For example, icons, folders, start buttons, taskbars, notification areas. These notification areas, sounds, networks, and other notification areas. So these tasks or elements are found in the desktop. Icon, folder, start buttons, taskbar, notifications areas are found or included in the desktop. Desktop. Remember that the desktop made up of several elements, including the start button, desktop icons, desktop background, the taskbar, the notification area. These are the elements found in desktop. These are elements. Remember, these tasks or these elements are found in the desktop. The start button, desktop icons, desktop background, taskbar, notification areas. These are the elements found in the desktop. So don't forget these ones. So we can change the desktop elements. For example, we see complete the following activities, change the desktop background, or so we can change the desktop backgrounds by using different mechanisms. So change the desktop background is an activity must be performed. These activities in the lab sessions, in the face-to-face class. Change the desktop background. So first of all, right click on the desktop. So after right click, we see personalize. Right on the. I think you are familiar actions of mouse. actions of mouse, right click, left click, or right click, press the right mouse button, parts of mouse, and actions of mouse. You are familiar. So we can right click on the computer desktop. So we click on personalize. Personalize. After that, these things are happening. This desktop background, window color, sound, screensaver. So we press or click desktop background. So we can choose one of the following. So finally, we must be click save changes. Save changes. End of today class. Okay, let me. So see these ones, and we will see in face-to-face class for lab sessions. Thank you for today class. We'll meet next class.